Flacco talked about the environment in this camp. Obviously, it's a long time in a hotel, right? Coming off friendlies, I've done all this travel too. I'm ready to go home. But what is the vibe of the team just in like that kind of extended environment and getting to build some of those connections?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely difficult when you're away from loved ones for, I guess, 31 days for us or something close to that. But I will say that this group had just really good vibes the entire time. I think everyone at some point hits their moment where they kind of have a little bit of a tantrum, but there's a lot of grace when it comes to that. And so we kind of know, we can spot it happening and we're like, that person needs today. And so we've all kind of hit it and then we get over it. And then for some reason today, I don't know what it is, but the vibes this morning, a bunch of us were getting coffee outside the hotel and then coming into the locker room, and even with the other match going into extra time, you know, nobody was panicked. We got our warm-up in, we were dancing, there was music, and it just felt good. And I think that translated into the game, that we felt good and we also played very well, very good.
You and the Canadians were opponents today, but we were talking to Christine Sinclair a couple days ago, and obviously Canada soccer and its players are having their own kind of labor dispute. Mm-hmm. She mentioned that she was like, yeah, I'm teammates with Becky Sauerbrunn. Of course, I picked her here. You know, without spilling any confidences, what have those conversations been like?
Oh, they've been great. I think I've been talking with Sink and Janine quite a bit because, like you said, that they're kind of in the thick of it right now with Canada soccer. And so, yeah, we bounce ideas back and forth. They ask us how we structure certain things. And, yeah, we just bounce ideas off one another. And our goal now is to kind of just keep moving the global game for women's soccer to a new level and equal pay across the board for everybody. And I think Canada's close. And I think that they're doing a really good job with the leverage that they have.
You mentioned, I'm sorry. How would you grade the youth movement with combining youth, veterans? You know, this was me for the U.S. team. How would you grade it in this time?
I think this trip with the kind of spectrum of veterans, new, like A plus. I mean, honestly, like I on the field had a moment with Mal Pugh, and maybe she's a little bit more experienced than some, but we just had a connection on the field where we were like, we're winning this game. And to have that with someone that's so much younger than me, to be so on the same level, like it was such a great moment for us. So I'm thrilled for the youth of this group. The future of this team is so bright. And as a veteran, like I will hold on for as long as I can because I love being a part of this team. But honestly, like it's such a joy to play with these players, and I'm learning from them, and hopefully they're learning from me. But if they're not learning from me, that's fine because they're just awesome.
Just along those lines, you've had the teams that are a lot of fun at this tournament. You mentioned the pregame was a bit of a circus, it looked like. What does this mean in the grand scheme of that march toward, you know, the World Cup, to have those things thrown in a group, and even for, you know, post-game, the young players lifting the trophy, which, you know,
I mean,
first time, which it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge. I think I've talked about it before, but you can't replicate these types of games with friendlies and domestic tournaments when something is really on the line, when your future is on the line. To have that pressure and to let the younger players experience that and kind of get used to being that uncomfortable, because it is uncomfortable. You know, like one mistake can lead you to potentially not qualifying for the World Cup. That's huge stakes. And so to have that pressure and to thrive under it is what this team has always been known for. And so to kind of get those younger players into that type of environment and get them used to it, I think is only going to help us in the future.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, Becky.